This is Rusky Ed with review lesson number 5 on Russian verbs.
Rusky Ed likes books, Rusky Ed often cooks, Rusky Ed knows words including some Russian verbs.
In this review lesson, we cover lessons 25 through 30 from this unit on Russian verbs. Let's kick this review lesson off with the top 10 words from the last 6 lessons. And these words are Pomnits, which means to remember, Pomagats, which means to help, Ponimats, which means to understand, Predpochitats, which means to prefer, Pribavits, which means to add, Pridumats, which means to think up, Prisilats, which means to send, Probavats, which means to taste, Prosnutsia, which means to wake up, and Prosits, which means to ask. There are a lot of Russian verbs that begin with pe. In fact, all the words since lesson 20 have begun with that letter. Part of the reason for this are these prefixes. You'll probably recall that a whole bunch of words from the last several lessons have begun with these prefixes. And these prefixes are pere, pod, pri, and pro. In fact, you can see that the following verbs have the same root. Dumats means to think, pridumats means to think up, and peridumats means to rethink. And now for the top 3 phrases from the last 6 lessons. Phrase number 1, popast klucham v zamak, which means to get the key into the lock. Phrase number 2, Anna prikazala dessert, which means she ordered dessert. And phrase number 3, ya poproboval tort, which means I tasted the cake. And this is Rusky Ed at the end of review lesson number 5, signing off. Proshatsya. До свидания!
Rusky Ed likes books, Rusky Ed often cooks, Rusky Ed knows words including some Russian verbs.